Alright guys, welcome once again to Legends of Evil, where I talk about some of the greatest villains from movies, TV, books, and animation. Yeah. And as you can see right here, I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have been waiting for this one. You guys have probably been waiting for a segment on him for a long time. And now that the series is over, I feel like I can officially talk about this villain. And that villain is Bill freaking Cipher. Probably one of the best villains we have seen in a long time. Not just in Disney's animation line, but in just animation in general. Probably one of the best villains we've seen in cartoon history. I would rank him up there with, like I've said, the greats of the 80s and 90s cartoons villains, such as Megatron and Skeletor, and even, beings like him and a few others. So, Bill is, I guess the best way to describe him is that he's very much like him from Powerpuff Girls. Now, Bill is a dimensional being, a dream demon, who, at first, he made his first appearance in Season 1, making a deal with Gideon, who wanted to get inside the Mystery Shack, to get a secret from inside the Mystery Shack, and the best way to do it was that he made a deal with Bill, who went into Stan's mind, leading Dipper, Mabel, and Seuss to follow suit. And that was and after he suffered a defeat within the dream realm, he made a beeline out of there and hid for a while. From then, we hadn't really heard much from him throughout most of Season 2 until the episode Sock Opera, where he made a big appearance. Dipper needed to get some information, and who was there to help him? None other than Bill Cipher himself. Bill proceeded to making a deal with Dipper to help him, but in return, he possessed Dipper's body, and Dipper was left in his astral form, and from there, Bill proceeded to raise all kinds of hell. Let's face it, guys, Bill is probably one of the most terrifying villains I'd ever seen, but with a name like Bill Cipher and a design of a Dorito chip with a dandy Dorito chip, mind you, he doesn't look like much of a threat. But in reality, Bill's one of the most powerful beings ever. This guy has godlike level power. He literally one-hit KO'd Time Baby, who is like the guardian of time and space itself, and he just one-shotted Time Baby and all of his forces in one hit. This guy could I don't even know if it's possible, but I'm pretty sure Bill might might have the power level equivalent to, like, maybe, I don't know, Beerus or from Battle of Gods, or other characters. I know that's a stretch, but literally the dude had the ability to warp reality itself, as well as one hit some very powerful characters, and make it look like it was nothing. So maybe maybe I shouldn't say he's on the same power level as Beerus. Maybe I shouldn't say that, but he is pretty powerful. Maybe not God of Destruction level powerful, because it wasn't so much him causing the Weirdmageddon, it was the rip he was doing to reality itself that was causing the Weirdmageddon. So, yeah, it was more that than it was him himself. But the thing about Bill is that he's such a smooth talker, and he's also a pretty damn good shit talker. The thing is with Bill, along with his category of cosmic being, of these trickster-like beings, he's up there along with Puck from Gargoyles, Discord from My Little Pony, and him, of course, from Powerpuff Girls. The thing with all these characters they share is that they're incredibly powerful, and they know it, and there's not a damn thing you can do about it. Unless you outsmart... You see, that's the scary thing about them, is that they have, Bill, along with all these other villains I've mentioned, well, former villain, if you count Discord, is that not only are they powerful, they're clever, and you have to outsmart them. That is the best way to do this. That's how it worked with Picard and Q. That's how it worked with, Puck and the Gargoyles. That's how that's how you gotta beat beings like him. And you know what? That's how he was defeated. In that very same way. He had to be stopped. You had to outsmart Bill. They had to outsmart him to stop him. So that's the thing with Bill, is that he was a major threat. And the thing was, even though this was a 2-season series, he didn't really make much of an appearance. He made one appearance in the first season, and then later on made another appearance, and then later on, as the show went on, you saw Bill become more and more of a threat until you realized, oh god, this is a guy I'm terrified of, and with good reason, especially throughout Weirdmageddon, where he proceeded to kill, I'm pretty sure if Disney allowed Alex Hirsch, he would have killed off characters. Even though, yeah, we were supposed to get a character death, we didn't really get one. I guess Disney stepped in. Not, and it actually turned out for the better, because that ending with Stan losing his mind and then regaining them were both incredibly sad and happy at the same time. So, yeah. But with Bill, getting back to Bill, this was a guy who, knew what he was doing. And he had been doing this for centuries. He had been, he not only had a connection with the Ford, with the Pines family before, but even after. He was the one who, manipulated Ford into constructing the portal that would one day open into his reality and create Weirdmageddon. So that was the big thing, was that this guy this guy was pulling strings long before Dipper and Mabel were ever even conceived. And from there, he had known that these guys and their friends would be one day a threat to him. So what did he have to do? Had he been a little more smarter on this little uptake, I think he would have planned out to, I know he more or less, he quintessentially destroyed Stan and Ford's, brotherhood and the trust they had between each other. And even then, I think he could have got, I even think, had he had his way, I think he could have easily destroyed Dipper and Mabel's relationship had things in sock opera gone a little bit different. But yeah, this was a guy who more or less planned for everything. He wasn't expecting Stan, to take that big sacrifice as he did. And from there, even then, I'm sorry for tripping over my words, but even then, he did say, I invoke the ancient rituals so that I may return, so could Bill be gone forever? Now that's the real mystery, isn't it?